Number 5. The 1957 Chevrolet Nomad. It looked like it belonged at a country club. It nearly belonged on a racetrack. The 1957 Nomad was already the best-looking wagon Chevrolet had ever made. 2 doors, hardtop styling, chrome everywhere. But what most people didn't know was that buried in the option sheet sat something revolutionary. Rochester Ramjet mechanical fuel injection on the 283 cubic inch V8. 283 horsepower. 283 horsepower. From 283 cubic inches, 1 horsepower per cubic inch. In 1957, that wasn't just impressive. It was a benchmark no American production engine had ever hit. While most Nomads left the lot with modest 2 barrels and automatic transmissions, a handful were ordered by buyers who checked every performance box available. Fuel injection, close ratio manual gearbox, pause traction rear end. The result was a station wagon that could humiliate the vast majority of so-called performance cars on the road. In an era where most V8s made 180 to 220 horsepower, this thing was making 283 in a wagon. But here's what most people don't realize. That fuel injection system was so advanced, so temperamental, and so expensive that dealers couldn't service them properly. Most were ripped out and replaced with carburetors within a year. Today, a genuine fuel-injected 57 Nomad is one of the rarest, most valuable Chevrolets ever built. A piece of technology that was too far ahead of its time, wrapped in the body of a family car. Number 4. The Buick Roadmaster Estate 1992-1996. This one didn't look fast. It looked like something your grandmother drove to church. That was the disguise. And it was perfect. Under the hood of the final generation Roadmaster Estate sat the LTT-1, the exact same 5.7-liter V8 that powered the C4 Corvette. 260 horsepower, 330 pound-feet of torque, in a vehicle that weighed over 4,500 pounds, wore fake wood paneling, and could seat 8 people. On paper, it shouldn't have worked. In practice, it was devastating. The Roadmaster could hit 60 miles per hour in under 8 seconds. It ran the quarter mile in the low 15s. For context, that was faster than a brand new Ford Mustang GT of the same era. A station wagon with a luggage rack was walking a Mustang. And that's not even the craziest part. Because it shared the Corvette's drivetrain, the Roadmaster responded to modifications like a sports car. Hotter cam. Headers. Intake work. Enthusiasts were pulling 300, 350, even 400 horsepower out of these wagons and running deep into the 13s at the strip. Full-size wagons with space for a family of 6, clicking off quarter miles that would embarrass a Camaro Z28. GM killed it in 1996. They never made anything like it again. The last of the great American sleeper wagons, hidden in plain sight. Number 30. The 1970 Chevelle Wagon, with the LS5454. This is where things stop making sense. In 1970, Chevrolet offered the Chevelle Greenbrier and Concours wagons with an option that should never have existed. The LS5454 cubic inch big block V8. 360 horsepower. 500 pound-feet of torque, shoved into a mid-size station wagon. This was the same basic engine family that powered the legendary Chevelle SS. The same displacement. The same iron block. The same brutal pavement-buckling torque. But instead of an SS badge and rally stripes, it came with a fold-flat rear seat and room for plywood. The performance was staggering, 0 to 60 in under 7 seconds. Quarter miles in the mid to low 14s. This wagon could run neck and neck with a 1970 GTO, a Boss 302 Mustang, or a Plymouth Cuda 393 cars that were specifically designed to be fast. But here's where it gets worse. Almost no one ordered them this way. Most buyers walked into a Chevrolet dealer and asked for a 6-cylinder or a small block 350. The 454 option was expensive, it drank fuel. Insurance companies were already cracking down on big block anything, so the handful of Chevelle wagons that left the factory with an LS5 under the hood became ghosts, unrecognized, underappreciated, and practically invisible. Today, if you can even find one, you're looking at a machine that proves Detroit had absolutely no guardrails in 1970. They would put a 454 in anything. And they did. Number 2. The Dodge Magnum SRT 826-2008. After decades of dormancy, someone at Chrysler finally asked the right question. What if we built a wagon that was actually terrifying? The Dodge Magnum SRT-8 was the answer. A 6.1-liter Hemi V8, 425 horsepower, 420 pound-feet of torque. Rear-wheel drive. Performance-tuned suspension from the SRT division. Brembo brakes. And the menacing blacked-out stance of something that looked like it should be chasing you, not carrying your luggage. 0 to 60 in 5.0 seconds flat. Quarter mile in the mid-13s. Top speed north of 160 miles per hour. This wasn't a sleeper. This was a statement. Dodge built this wagon to be fast and wanted you to know it. The hood scoop was functional. The exhaust note was savage. The rear tires were 245 section wide. Nothing about this car pretended to be subtle, and yet it failed commercially. Buyers didn't understand it. The American market wasn't ready for a performance wagon. Chrysler pulled it after just 3 model years. Production numbers were tiny. The SRT-8 Magnum became a footnote. What happened next shocked everyone. Value started climbing. Enthusiasts who understood what this car was began hoarding them. Today, clean SRT-8 Magnums command serious money. The car the market rejected became the car collectors' fight over. Chrysler never made another performance wagon. They didn't need to. They'd already built the one nobody appreciated until it was gone. Number 1. The Cadillac CTS-V Wagon. 2011-2014. This is the one. The greatest American performance wagon ever built. And it almost didn't happen. A 6.2-liter supercharged LSA V8, 556 horsepower. 554 pound-feet of 1 pound-feet of torque. Available with a 6-speed manual transmission in a Cadillac station wagon. Read that again. 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds. Quarter mile in the low 12s. Top speed limited to 175 miles per hour. And the engine still had more to give. This wagon was faster than a Porsche 911 Carrera SS. Faster than a BMW M5. Faster than a Corvette Grand Sport of the same era. It could carry your kids to school in the morning and destroy a supercar on the highway that night. The magnetic ride control suspension read the road surface 1,000 times per second and adjusted damping in real time. The Brembo braking system could haul this 2-ton wagon down from triple digits with disturbing confidence. And that supercharger whine, unmistakable, haunting, addictive. But here's what made the CTS-V wagon truly legendary. Cadillac barely sold any. Fewer than 1,500 were produced over the entire run. The American market, once again, didn't know what to do with a fast wagon. Dealers couldn't move them. Some sat on lots for months. A few were even sold at discounts. That was the last time anyone got a deal on one. Today, the CTS-V wagon is one of the most sought-after modern American cars in existence. Clean examples sell for well over 6 figures. Manual transmission models are essentially unobtainable. A car that dealerships once begged people to buy is now a 6-figure collector piece with a waiting list. General Motors killed the wagon, then watched its value triple. 5 wagons. 5 machines that broke every assumption about what a station wagon could be. They were faster than the muscle cars that got all the magazine covers. More powerful than the sports cars that got all the attention. And every single one of them was underestimated. That's the thing about American wagons. They were never supposed to be fast. Nobody asked for it. Nobody asked for it. Nobody expected it. And that's exactly what made them dangerous. The fastest car on the road is always the one you never see coming.